Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Torn Down the Middle, chapter 35, and this one is titled Kissed by Fever.
Katsuki?
You squealed.
No, what are you doing, you half-baked pizza roll?
His hot breath came in short, sharp bursts as his sweaty lips ghosted your skin. Baby, I love it when you say my name. He rasped lowly, his arms shaking violently as he struggled to hold his body weight above you.
Katsuki, you're sick and sweaty as hell. And yes, I said your name, but I also called you a pizza roll. Are you just going to forget that?
You protested as he placed a few rough, needy kisses on your neck. You're calling me Katsuki. We're together, right? He asked slowly again, as he lowered his hips to yours, a firm bulge pressing into your thigh as you tried to shift out from underneath him. You squealed.
I don't want to feel that again.
Oh, you mean this? He asked, grinding his hips into you as he clenched his jaw together. I want you so badly.
Stop, Katsu, please!
You begged, trying to push his torso off you so you could slide out from underneath him. He bent his head back down to you and kissed you along your neck, coming up to your jawline and moaning softly in your ear. Your body flushed with a strange tingling sensation, and all of a sudden you were wanting more, but at the same time not. You wrapped your fingers up around the back of his neck and wove them into the base of his hair, gripping onto him as he made his way towards your lips, kissing across your cheek and the outer corner of your lips. Your heart was pounding as his sweaty face hovered above yours, big beads of sweat dotting across his forehead. Suddenly his lips were on yours, and you both let out a soft sigh as you kissed, his sweaty torso lowering onto yours as he let out a guttural groan of pleasure as your mouths moved together, his tongue slipping between your lips as he slowly rocked his hips into yours. You were so stunned it took you a second to register what was happening before you quickly turned your head to the side, breaking the kiss as you looked away. His head fell into the crook of your neck and he passed out, his whole body weight sinking onto you, nearly crushing you underneath him. Oh, God, you're hopeless, you lukewarm beverage, you grumbled as you struggled to get out from underneath him. You were almost out when the nurse returned.
He pulled me in for a fever cuddle, you said quickly as the nurse entered the room.
She smiled sympathetically. He won't remember any of this. He was well and truly out of it when you brought him in, and it's probably for the best. Oh, thank God, you exclaimed. The nurse gave you a confused look. Well, we did have to drag him here, so that might not have been a pleasant experience. She nodded, accepting your answer. You're free to go now. I'll watch him till the ambulance arrives. I know you have morning activities to attend to, so please go ahead, she said with a smile. Oh, thanks, you replied, giving Bakugou one last look before leaving. Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened, you thought as you left the nurse's office, touching your lips. Ian, is everything alright? A gentle yet strong voice called to you as you walked down the hall. You looked up to see Shoto walking towards you. Your heart skipped a beat. He looked as handsome as ever, his beautiful, clear, mismatched eyes peering at you intently from beneath his two-tone fringe. Yes, I'm fine. Bakugou has a fever and his injury is the cause, so he has to go to hospital, you said as you walked up to him. Yes, I met Karishma just beforehand, and he told me about the gash on Bakugou's back, Shoto said solemnly. That was my doing, I assume. Yeah, it happened during the fight you two had on the trail, but it's okay, he'll be fine. Shoto nodded and looked at you with concern. Are you okay, Yin? You look a little shaken. Me? You laughed nervously. Oh, no. I'm fine. Let's get going to training, you said, jerking your head for him to follow you back to the cabins. Yin, ready? Aizawa barked and you crouched in the sprint position to start. It was training exercises and everyone was lined up, one behind the other, to do single timed runs through the bush. Okay, all I have to do is be faster than Mineta and I'm good, you thought. The grape gremlin was the slowest at these things, so you knew if you could beat his time, you'd be set. Go, Aizawa yelled, and you took off down the trail, focusing all your energy on not falling over. Why is keeping upright the most difficult thing about this run? You thought as you tripped multiple times on absolutely nothing. The further you got down the track, the harder it seemed to get with logs and rocks that needed to be scaled to proceed to the finish line. You were coming up over a large mound of rocks when your mind wandered to what happened between you and Bakugou that morning. What now? I seriously hope he doesn't remember it. What if he does? Your concentration lapsed, and you stepped slightly askew on one of the rocks, rolling your ankle sharply and going down heavily on one knee. You screamed out in pain and lost your balance, falling down the side of the rocks and into the coarse underbrush below. You hit a few hard tree stumps and rocks on the way down and just lay in a crumpled heap at the base of the small cliff. Bursting into tears, you stayed still for a bit, sobbing. You tried to move your left leg, but severe pain shot through it, and you cried out in anguish again. Have I broken it? You thought as you looked down at it. It was cut up and grazed, but there were no bones protruding, so that was a good sign at least. You whimpered as you tried to sit up and wiped your eyes. Oh, I guess I need to wait for the next person to come past and yell to them, you thought, looking up and listening for anyone above. While you were still looking up the cliff, a noise nearby drew your attention, and you looked into the bush beside you to see what it was. A low, animalistic growl made your blood run cold. Well, time to die. Well, R.I.P. Yin. Next chapter is her funeral. No, I'm kidding. Stay tuned for chapter 36 coming tomorrow.